when we talk about ethnic enclaves, I think there's a tendency to either talk about ethnic enclaves as being something threatening, as in there being manifestations of ghettos or pockets of people who don't want to assimilate, or the flip side, which is that ethnic enclaves are really evidence of the wonderful diversity of the United States, and we should really encourage them and protect them. And I really don't fall into either camp. I think that ethnic enclaves are a manifestation of some very deep structural problems in the United States. That we are a country composed of immigrants, that we are a country that needs immigrants to come in and do our dirty work for us. That is why we have ethnic enclaves. We also have ethnic enclaves because we're a country that has waged war overseas, and that has been one of the primary reasons why we find certain populations in the United States. Koreans and Vietnamese and Filipinos are all here because the United States waged wars in their particular countries. And so ethnic enclaves are a manifestation of something else that happens in American society. So we shouldn't spend all of our time worrying about whether ethnic enclaves are good or bad. We should really be talking about why ethnic enclaves exist, why they won't be going away, so long as America still maintains its current economic policies and still maintains its current foreign policies. As long as we keep doing the same thing we're doing today, we're going to have ethnic enclaves in the future. They'll just probably look a little bit different than they do now because we'll be dealing with new kinds of populations. But we should really be looking at ethnic enclaves as, therefore, a sign of how American society operates, and really as a sign of the new ways in which the United States is confronting the world. That ethnic enclaves are partially a manifestation of domestic issues in the United States, but in an age of globalization, they're also a manifestation of how the United States is interacting with populations elsewhere. So the old idea of ethnic enclaves as being populations of people who are just deposited here in the United States and who are poor and have nowhere else to go is increasingly out of date. So now we have ethnic enclaves where people are actually rich, where we have, for example, Korean transnationals and Chinese transnationals who have come here not because they're poor, but because they have capital, and oftentimes they're actually wealthier than the Americans that they come to live amongst. And so this is a new kind of ethnic enclave that we have to deal with, that coexist with the older kind of ethnic enclaves that we think of as ghettos.